Fancy graphic. I like that. It says toast to the trail. So let's start with a toast to the Lake County, Visit Lake County Libation Trail. Hey, everybody. Cheers.
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 My glass stolen from Mickey Finn's in Libertyville. So there you go.
They've been looking for that.
Out of a beer glass because it's shorter and less tippy for when I have too much wine. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Tom from the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show with Tom and Stino. Welcome to our Libation Trail first live stream of this go-round with Visit Lake County. We got John from Visit Lake County on with us tonight, and a bunch of guys from around Lake County. And I had John in on the morning show recently, and we talked about the fact that there are so many places in Lake County, not just to get a drink, but where they actually make the drinks. We're talking about wineries, distilleries, and breweries. And John, before we introduce the guys, I want you to explain a little bit about how many different options there are in Lake County, because we're just talking to a few tonight.
Yeah, we've been building and branding this Lake County Libation Trail for about 4 years now. It goes along with the growth of the industry in Lake County. Right now, we've got four distilleries, 5 wineries, and 21 breweries participating with us, and we know there's several more out there coming this year. So that's over 30 destinations where people are making craft beverages.
And that's hot right now. I mean, breweries kind of been around for a while. Distilleries a newer thing, and you think Lake County, you think, wait, there's wineries in Lake County. Everything, all three are kind of exploding right now. Where it's buy and drink local going on a lot. And Lake County is it that way around the country, or it's like a hotbed in Lake County? There's a lot.
There's a lot of libation tourism going on. I mean, Colorado and places you don't think of, the Northeast and the Northwest. People travel to go visit these regions where there's large concentrations. Wineries, we know, Napa kind of thing, but over in Michigan, they got huge wine and beer trails going on. So it's something that's really marketable, and we've been building it for a couple of years, and it's really getting legs.
Let's go around the horn a little bit, and we'll start with since I'm going to go. What's on my screen? We're going to go with Josh first from Black Lung Brewery in Round Lake Beach. Josh, how you doing? Where are you at right now? It looks like are you at Black Lung?
I'm at the brewery. I'm in the back. Yeah, just hanging out here, having beers.
Yeah. So you got you have stuff brewing right now? Do you have to babysit? Is that why you're hanging out there? Or
No, I cleaned a fermenter tonight, and now that's done. So I had to get done in time to get on with you, Tom.
Yeah.
So here I am.
All the glamour of having your own brewery. You were cleaning the fermenter tonight. So.
That's right. It's not all up on the brew house brewing wicked beers. It's also cleaning fermenters and cleaning kegs and stuff like that.
A lot of work. I brewed beer one time because of and that was just home brewing, how much it is. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about all the beer you brew there at Black Lung, what you got going on right now, and when people come in and see you during the Libation Trail Month, which we'll talk about more with that, John, in a little bit, what they can have there at Black Lung.
Yeah, right now we've got 13 beers on draft. We kind of specialize in Hazy Ipa, so we got quite a few of those. Some stouts, a Weiss beer, quite a few others, and our Hazy Carrot Cake IPA is still on. In the tanks, we're running a couple of stouts right now. It's been a little bit slower this time of year, so we like to brew some stouts and put them in barrels, so we've been doing that. So the barrels behind me are all filled up. We just filled them all up in the last couple of weeks. Brewed some collaborations with our friends at Riverlands Brewing, one with Antioch Fine Wine and Liquor, and we keep it on that kind of stuff. And we've got a lot of stuff planned for the spring. Some parties coming up for Valentine's Day, a big release, and we also have a big party coming up for St. Patrick's Day.
Cool. Now at Black Lung, you guys, you have standard beers that you always have on, like favorites, and then you rotate other beers through, or is it pretty much always a rotational thing, or how do you pick what beers? How many beers do you keep on?
Well, we always have like a hard seltzer or something available for people that aren't into beer, so that if you come with your brother or your husband or whatever, and you're not a beer person, there's some options for you. And we always have our Lakeside Blonde on, which is kind of our intro to craft beer. And then we always have a few hazy IPAs, different IPAs, and some classic styles. So we try to keep like a good core classic styles, a good core hazy IPA, and dark beer, and then something for people who aren't really into beer, so that they feel they can have fun too.
Good time to tell all our guests right now. I'm going to make you all pick a favorite, and I know it's like picking a favorite child, but the question I always ask on the show is, if somebody's visiting your place one time and they're going to try one thing, what should they try? So you're going to have to narrow it down. The idea of this month, Libation Trail with Visit Lake County, is to try a bunch of different things. And if you do that, John from Visit Lake County, you can explain. I have the T-shirt on. I'm modeling it.
Beautiful.
If you visit enough places, and there's a lot of them.
Nice.
The modern fit suits you.
You can win one of these shirts for yourself, right, John?
Yeah, we've got this mobile platform now where you can sign in. When you go into a brewery, we'll have these table tents on the tables with a QR code. Scan that, and it'll take you to this app. And when you're at any one of these destinations, you check in. Once you've checked in at 5 different places, you're entered to win one of those T-shirts.
Very cool. And you just got to check in at 5. How many are there total? So, I mean, you ought to
30.
hit 5. 30.
30. Yep.
Yeah. And
it's only a 28-day month.
I was going to say, is anybody going to be able to hit them all in 28 days if there's 30 places?
Sounds like a challenge to me.
You got to be motivated. Yeah, get to 5 of them and take a shot at winning one of these shirts. It's really easy. Let's go on to another one of your options in Lake Zurich. We got Evan here from Phase 3 Brewing. How you doing, Evan? You're back by the barrels. You probably have the coolest background of all of us.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to be back on here. It's been probably about a year since we were on, so thanks for having us back. Yeah.
So you're is that beer like behind you fermenting and stuff? Is that stuff getting ready right there, or what's going on?
Yeah, it's aging process. So it's already gone through the primary fermentation process in our stainless tanks, and then we rack them into these casks behind me. They're all bourbon barrels for the most part. We're up to 250 at this point, so we got a small barrel warehouse going on here, almost, you could say. They get in these barrels and they age. Right now we're looking at a minimum of about 15 months for our program, and they're going to take on a ton of that char, oak, and bourbon character that's still sitting in those barrels from when we get them from the distillery.
What makes Phase 3 stand out? Like what sets you apart from other places? And if people come in, like what can they expect? Like how many beers do you have, and can they try them there? And what do you usually have going on?
Yeah, great question, Tom. I'd say what sets us apart is probably our consistency and our dedication to quality. That's something that we really don't waver from at all. We also pride ourselves on having quite a bit of variety. Our Phase 1 was the Ram Restaurant and Brewery in Schaumburg, which some people may have been to before. It was kind of a staple in the craft beer scene early on. So that pub brewer mentality of having a light beer, having a dark beer, having a malt forward beer, having a hop forward beer has stuck with us. So when you come into the tap room, you can expect anywhere from 15 to 20 different beers on tap. They're going to range from 8-week delicately crafted lagers to hop-saturated hazy IPAs. Some of them might even have gobs of fruit in it, to fruit smoothie beers, and even some really fun hard seltzers as well.
Wow. So do you guys, like I asked Josh, you guys have stuff that you always have to have on, fan favorites that don't rotate around, or do you try and always just rotate stuff around?
We try to rotate most of what we have around, kind of, variety is the spice of life. So we live to that. We release about 2 to 3 new flavors of beer, different styles of beer every single week. But our P3 American Pilsner is one that we must always have on deck. That's definitely what we drink the most here around the brewery. 4.7% corn adjunct American Pilsner, just beautiful, light body, just a perfect amount of crisp bite to it. So that's a really fun one. And then our Pixel Density, which is a 6.5% hazy IPA with our hand-selected Citra out of Yakima Valley, Washington. That's just one that is the perfect, have 2 or 3, 4, depending on the night of the week of those guys. And again, really consistent, just always hits a spot. So those are the 2 we always keep on deck.
That's fun stuff. And if people stop in and see you, because there's a lot of beer talk, you guys all must get, whether it's beer or wine or spirits, the people that are really hardcore into it and understand all the jargon and talk. But if somebody's just a casual enjoyer, they're not going to be intimidated in any of these places, right?
No, I think that's where the variety is the big part there, where we're going to have, for example, we just had a double IPA on Hazy Ipa that featured El Dorado hops exclusively. And if I'm a beer nerd, I'm like, wow, I've never had a El Dorado exclusively hop beer before, but I love that hop. I'm really excited to see how it behaves and acts on its own. But if you're just a casual beer drinker, you say, oh, cool, American Pilsner, I'll take a pint of that, right? So we keep it, we keep the variety there to make sure everybody always finds a home. Our fruit smoothie beers are really popular with non-craft beer drinkers too, because everybody thinks that raspberries, blueberries, and cherries in a beer sounds pretty tasty. So a lot of people go for those as well.
Very cool. Phase 3 Brewing, definitely a fun place. And you can stop in and see them in Lake Zurich. Now we're going to move on to Lorenzo, who's in Highwood at Pazzo Divino Winery. So I'm with you tonight. I'm having some wine. It's not I've had your wine though, and we had some of this. It was spectacular. It's not just, and John, you'll back us up. There's not just breweries, but we have distilleries and wineries on this, right, John? So how many wineries in Lake County?
There are 5 wineries in Lake County.
All right.
Lorenzo's the newest one.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about you guys there at Pazzo Divino Winery in Highwood. I think your mic is muted. You got to unmute your mic, or do. There we go.
There we go. How we doing?
Good.
Yeah, Pazzo Divino. Pazza like pizza.
Pazzo.
Like pizza.
See, my Italian sucks. So anyway,
okay.
Pazzo.
Pazzo Divino. Yeah, we opened up. We were smart enough to open up right in the summer of 2020.
Well timed.
So, we had the grapes crushed in the barrel in the end of 2019, so we were kind of stuck. But we have a full operational winery. We crush, age, barrel tastings, bottle, the whole 9 yards. Everything you can think of when you do a California wine trip, we do that right there in Highwood.
So we don't grow grapes in Lake County. You go out and seek out grapes, or how does that exactly work?
We actually do grow grapes in Lake County. If you go to Valentino Winery, not to plug a competitor, but it's the wine industry, and we it's a team sport.
We're all drinking.
He grows his own grapes right there
in Lake County,
in Long Grove.
Yeah, right off of Eptikisik. It's crazy. But it is a challenge to grow the more robust wines, grapes that we're used to, Cabernet, Zinfandel, those kinds of grapes, and certainly not a delicate grape like a Pinot. But Illinois has its own little varietals going, and they're trying to. There's some brave people out there like Valentino and Mossback and a few other wineries I can think of that they're trying to stay indigenous to Illinois. I'm not taking that path. I'm get my grapes from California, or I'll get juice from, like this year I just sourced juice from Chile. So they crush it and send me just the unfermented juice. And that's worked out real well. So I get some high quality grapes that way, and I can produce some high quality wine that way.
And what does the process take? I know a little more about brewing than I do about winemaking. You do it all there. Is it a huge facility, or I've never,
Well, come on by, first of all. Yeah. Right off of Sheridan Road in downtown Highwood, easy to find.
Right.
524 Sheridan Road.
There's so much in Highwood that I was unaware of. I did not. To me, it was a metro stop, and I never got off. And now I want to go to Highwood. A lot of it is because of your place.
Yeah, well, you should come by, because Highwood's got its own little mini libation trail. So after you go visit Jock at Black Lung and you go say hello to Evan, come on down. We have Kings and Convicts over right.
I know those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we back up to each other. We actually our 2 warehouses back up, and then we have 28 Mile Distillery about 2 doors down. So we have our own little, we call it the Highwood Stumbling Trail, but that's
all right.
I'm pretty sure you can also pick up my beer and Phase 3's beer at Beer Miscuous in Highwood also.
And we have Beer Miscuous, that's right, which has a whole, they are the craft beer. They're awesome for marketing craft beers. Evan, I don't know if you're there. Kyle, I don't know if you're there, but they really know how to market beer and how to sell beer and how to refine. I never knew so much about beer, actually. So I'm starting to get into beer now. It's weird.
Wine guys and beer guys hugging it out tonight with the Libation Trail from Visit Lake County. Go to visitlakecounty.org to find out more about Libation Trail and all you can win and enjoy, including this T-shirt. If you visit 5 places, you can win this. If people come in and see you, how many wines are there going to be? I say I don't understand how many wines you have at a time for people to try.
Sure. So we're taking the similar approach to what Evan and Josh described. We have, our mainstays. We'll have a couple of whites, a Chardonnay, Sauv Blanc, a really nice rosé, a Cabernet, Merlot, Old Vine Zin, and a Pinot Noir. Those are our mainstays. And then based on what I can get as a material, as a grape. So am I work, I got some really nice Grenache last year, so I made a varietal that was strictly Grenache. I also got a nice Malbec, a little extra Malbec that I'll put in. I make a Bordeaux blend, and you need Malbec for that. And it was just such a great grape. I bought a little extra of it, and I made 1 barrel of that. And then I do my experimental things, like I'm sure all the rest of the guys.
Everybody does. Everybody's brewed something or distilled something or whatever just to try or whatever. Yeah.
Try, or you make a mistake and try to figure out what you did wrong, and it ends up being good at the end, and you're like, wow, I don't know what I did. I hope I wrote it all down. So
the rule is drink your mistakes. Malbec's my jam, so I'll have to come in and try that. I really had no idea, and then I tried Malbec, and it is spectacular. So,
and Tom, it was the Pinot Noir from Lorenzo that you liked in the studio.
That's our studio. That was our studio wine when we were saying we're going to drink wine every day, and we did until that was gone. So
that's what I'm drinking right here. That's
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, very cool. So stop in and see those guys in Highwood, which has its own little libation trail. Again, John's here from Visit Lake County. If you visit 5 locations, you can win one of these shirts. And actually, you could actually try and hit them all and check them off on the back of the shirt. Just use a Sharpie. So, and even if you don't hit them during the month of February to win the shirt, you could still try and knock them out as many as you can. And there's a list on Visit Lake County of all the locations and where to go in and get the QR code and start visiting the 5 locations to get the shirt, right?
Visitlakecounty.org. That'll lead you down the libation trail and send you all the links you need.
All right. He's a little bit late. There must have been a tank to scrub or something like that. Kyle is now with us from Harbor Brewing. Now there's more than one Harbor Brewing. So where are you at? Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at home now. I had a long brew day, so I apologize for being late.
That's all right.
But, so I was in Lake Villa today. We just opened a new place out in Lake Villa, and right off Cedar Avenue, and that's where I'm brewing today.
Okay, all right. So do you generally go to tell everybody where the 3 locations are first?
Yeah, so our original location's in Winthrop Harbor, which is right on Sheridan Road also. And then we have a lakefront beer garden that we open up in the summertime right on in North Point Marina.
Super nice there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a real nice marina and lakefront view there. And then we just opened up on Cedar Avenue right down the road from O'Toole's in Lake Villa.
Just a few weeks ago.
Are you brewing beer?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Are you brewing beer at both locations now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Is it the same lineup at both, or is it different lineups at each location?
So it's a little bit different. Right now we have there's probably 3 different beers at each location that are not the same, but all the mainstays are at each.
Yeah. And how many? So I'm asking everybody this: how many beers do you have on at a time, and do you have fan favorites that you have to keep on, or there's an uprising, or do you try and just keep everything new and fresh?
Yeah. So we probably have about 15, 16 beers on tap right now. We do have 5 or 6 mainstays that we got to keep on, and then we have our experimentals. We have a few guest taps on. We got one of Josh's beers on right now. We try to keep above 15 beers on tap at all times.
Yeah. That's people go in, they definitely want to have a lot to try. What's the experience like when people come in there? What are they going to walk into at Harbor Brewing at the different locations?
So our original location is kind of our home base. That's where we it's an old body shop, and we just kind of converted it into a brewery, and it's really homey, and it's a real small town vibe in there. Our beer garden, it's even smaller as far as the tap room goes, but we have a huge outdoor area. We've got about 30 picnic tables and some lawn seating.
It's one of the best places to go in the summertime, especially on a hot summer night or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's really great. Live music all the time in the summer. And then Lake Villa it used to be a Chrysler dealership that we kind of converted in. So it's going to be our main production space. And you walk into that one, it's quite a bit bigger. So we got a lot more seating there. You can have, we have an event venue in the back that we're going to have up and running by spring. So it's a lot bigger, a lot different feel than the other two.
So for all of you guys, let me just go around the horn. People, other than enjoying, either the beer or the wine, is there a tour opportunity where people can see the process, or is it just you look at it through glass, or you just enjoy the beer and shut up? We got it going on and back. Josh, at Black Lung, do you guys let people kind of see what you're doing, or?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the bathroom, you might end up in the brewery on accident here. Anytime anyone wants a tour, if I'm sitting around, I'll take them on it. We don't really do scheduled tours, but our bar staff's pretty knowledgeable. But usually if I'm here and somebody has to look around, I'll just yell to everybody in the building and see if they want to do a tour.
Very cool.
We've done that a couple of times to show them the process, to show them how we brew and talk to them about what fermenters do and then how it gets to their glass.
Yeah. Evan, how about you at phase 3? You show people around as they come in? Can they see what's going on? Can they see the giant barrel room you're in?
Actually, they can sit in it, which is pretty cool. In our main taproom area up front, you can see into our more production area where our actual brew house is and fermentation area. But then we have an area we call the branch that we open up basically on the weekend, and you're literally sitting amongst the barrels at that point, and you can see into the full production space from the back of there. So that's a lot of fun. A couple mountains of cans stacked in the back corner too. So they get a pretty good grasp of what's going on here in the branch area. Yeah.
I got to be honest. Phase 3 has probably got the largest facility in the county. They've got like 3 industrial units going there. It goes and goes on.
We were fortunate. Our neighbors kept leaving, and we kept wanting to make more beer. So
that means your beer's good if you're gobbling up all that space.
So. Yeah, either that or they don't like living next to us. I guess one of the two.
Or their family doesn't like them showing up home late every night, going, "Where were you?" I had work stuff. Lorenzo, how about you? Can people see what's up with the winemaking process and get a little look-see? Or
certainly, we have a nice little barrel room. Probably the polar opposite of phase 3, then, because we might be the smallest operating facility in Lake County, but we got it all. Same drill.
That'd be fun to do. And Kyle,
Lorenzo, tell us about your wine crush opportunity, though.
Oh yeah, so the beer guys, they got it. You guys got it kind of easy for action. So our crush pad and the fermentation facility, that's pretty quiet except in September, October, we're going crazy. And then the rest of the time, it's pretty much a big empty building. So not much happening. You guys get stuff going all the time. But Kyle, I haven't cleaned my fermenter in 4 months now. So,
but you actually invited the public to participate with you, and you got your grapes in, right?
Last fall it was weird with COVID because I don't know how many people wanted to participate, but we did get some brave souls out there that came and helped us sort grapes and move some grapes around, help us with our commercial crush.
It's not an episode of Lucy, I Love Lucy. They're not stomping up and down on grapes, though.
We had the opportunity for you to stomp grapes.
Really?
We did.
If you do that again, you're coming in on our show, and we're going to do that in the studio. We're going to crush some grapes.
It's going to happen again. Come on.
All right. And to clarify, nobody drank the wine that touched any feet. We just want everybody to know that. Or did they?
Well, the fermentation process clears out a lot of bad apples.
But it has very sexy feet. People probably would want to drink that wine anyway. That's my only good feature. So
yeah, let's just say no grapes were harmed in the production. So
yeah, all right, very cool. And how about you, Kyle? Can people check out Harbor Brewing? Get a look, see at how you guys roll there.
Yeah. So kind of like Josh's, our brewery is kind of part of our tap room, sort of. So you can be sitting at the bar and see everything that's going on. sit at tables and see what's going on in the brewery. And yeah, we've been doing a lot of tours over the last 3 weeks since we've been open. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Fun places to check out. If you check out 5 places in Lake County, whether it's a distillery, a winery, or a brewery, you can sign up at visitlakecounty.org. Or right on your mobile device, there'll be a QR code when you go to any of the locations, and you can win one of these shirts. How many shirts are there, John? There's
we got 50. We got 50 to go around this time. And if it's popular, we'll do more.
All right. Very cool. So get in there and visit 5 locations, visit lakecounty.org for all the locations and scan the QR code and stuff like this. All right. This is Final Jeopardy. We're going to go around the horn one more time. I'm going to ask you, just to give everybody your location, your hours, if there's an off-premise site, another site where they can get your beer, your wine, let them know. And then we're going to go around one final time and you're going to have to pick a favorite. So Josh, people want to visit Black Lung. When and where and how, and can they get the beer somewhere else as well?
Yeah, we're located in Little Sweetwater Plaza, right next to Ron's Italian Ovens at 2217 North Route 83 here in Round Lake Beach. And you might stop in if you're on your way to Home Depot or something right across the street. And we're also in about a dozen or so stores in Lake County. So Beer Bazaar, Antioch Fine Wine, Gold Eagle, quite a few spots. So you can check our website to see where we're at.
You guys are 7 days a week, right? You guys are open 7 days a week?
We're here 5 days a week. Our hours are all posted on the website.
All right. What days do you take off?
Monday and Tuesday are brew days, man. We got to brew beer.
All right. You're still there drinking and brewing, though. So
that's right. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Evan? What about phase 3? Where, when, how? I want to try the beer. Where do I go?
Yeah, for sure. We're located in Lake Zurich, Illinois, 932 Donata Court. We're kind of tucked away in an industrial park, a little bit more off the beaten path. So if it feels like you're in the wrong spot, you're probably in the right spot. Just kind of keep driving and you'll see us down there at the last unit. But yeah, we're open 7 days a week. We open at 3 p.m. Every day during the week and 11 on the weekends. And we're open till about the time you should probably stop drinking, 9 or so. You can find our beer in a variety of shops all around Chicagoland, as well as north of the border in Madison and Milwaukee. A lot of the shops that Josh mentioned earlier, as well as all of the Binnies and craft beer cellar in downtown Libertyville as well, and a ton of wonderful Lake County vendors that we work with. We're also at the Forest Preserve out there, Milwaukee, all summer long. So.
Very cool. Lorenzo, we want to try the wine. Where do we go? And when can we visit?
Come on down, 524 Sheridan Road in the bustling metropolis of Highwood, Illinois, nestled between Lake Forest and Highland Park. We're working under winter hours right now, so we're only Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Live music on Saturdays, and ready to roll.
That sounds fun on Saturdays. Awesome.
Right.
And you're selling wine by the bottle, by the case, people can take it home.
Yep, you can do it we actually have a growler club to mimic our beer guys. Yeah, we'll do bottles. Here's a bottle here. Certainly by the bottle, and then growler. Local people like the growler club because it's a liter bottle in
very cool.
750.
I'm not going to show you what I'm drinking because it's embarrassing. So all right, there we go. Grocery store wine. I got to come see you. All right,
also actually in Beer Miscuous. Speaking of Beer Miscuous, Josh, we just agreed with Courtyard Wines in Lake Forest. So.
Cool. Very good. Good things. Kyle, what about Harbor Brewing? Bunch of locations, and where else can we find the beer, and when can we come see it?
That's it. I make you come to me. So you got to come to one of our 3 locations. We don't distribute anything. So right now we have our Sheridan tap room open and the Lake Villa location, and the beer garden opens in May 1st. All the hours and addresses are all on our website, harborbeer.com, and our Facebook and Instagram.
Really, one of the highlights of the summer is visiting down at the beer garden. So definitely check that out. Even if you're not a beer person, go check that out and take your beer friends. They'll love you.
We got a full bar there, so we should be fine able. Yeah.
All right, this is really Final Jeopardy. Now, before we do that, I'm going to ask you, your best thing that represents your place. So be ready to pick a favorite child. Before we do that, I want John from Visit Lake County one more time to tell us, if you want to get in on the Libation Trail and win one of these shirts and enjoy all the things going on in Lake County, what should you do?
Yeah, number one, you can go to visitlakecounty.org, and that'll lead you down the path. But on your phone, you can scan the QR code. It'll ask you to put in your name and allow location services, because you have to actually be at these locations to check in. So no cheating.
You can. It knows where you are.
Knows where you are. So once you're on site, you can find the brewery's name and you can check in. And once you've checked in at 5 places, you'll be entered to win one of those T-shirts. And we have 28 days. It's the month of February, Libation Trail month. We do it now because we want to drive people to all these cool destinations in the county.
Get out and do something. Don't just hibernate all winter. All right, last time around. This is it. Final Jeopardy. Somebody's driving by. They stop into your place, and they're only going to try one thing. What would you have them try? Josh, you got to go first. Tell us your favorite child.
Well, that's pretty easy for us. We got into a magazine last year for our Galaxy 503. It's a hazy malt shake IPA. 7.5%, a little bit sweet, nice body, and super fruity. All down under hops from Australia and New Zealand. It's an awesome drinker.
Galaxy 503 at Black Lung. Get in there and try it. Evan, Phase 3 Brewing Company. You're only. This is the beer that is on your tombstone. What are you telling people to try?
Oh man, tombstone. I was ready for the. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm going with the beer that we just dropped. It's our Sun, Moon, and All My Stars. It's a chocolate strawberry milk stout. So 8%, perfect slightly creamy body to it, a nice little roast, and it literally tastes like a strawberry dipped in chocolate. So it's a fun one right now that we're crushing around the brewery.
Awesome.
So,
awesome. Yeah. Stop in and try that. Lorenzo, this is the beer that your children's grandchildren or the wine, I should say, that your children's grandchildren will remember you for. What wine are you going to put forth?
Boy, that's an awful lot of pressure, but that beer sounds delicious, Evan. I'm going to come and grab some of that. Right now, I would go with my double barrel. So I do a Bordeaux blend or a red blend, and I'll put it in a bourbon barrel for a period of time, and it just picks up some of the character, and it's only available in our tap room, so our tasting room.
And it's called double barrel? I
call it the double barrel because it's aged as a varietal first, then I'll blend it, and I'll put it in a bourbon barrel, and so it is.
Is it like a blend? Is it like a blend, or what kind of wine?
It is like a blend, yeah. So Camarillo, and then whatever else I think it needs.
I feel like you have to know you to get it at the plate. Like it's not like on the menu or whatever.
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
Regulars know it's there.
All right, Kyle, it's time to tell everybody who your favorite child is at Harbor Brewing, and all the other beers will feel sad if I'm stopping there one time and I'm going to tell my friends about being there. What beer do you want me to try?
Yeah, I don't think I have much of a choice on this one. It's probably going to be our D's Peanuts. It's pretty popular. It's a peanut butter milk stout that we do, and it's always like a beer fest favorite, so I'd have to go with that one.
What does it taste like? Or is it? I mean,
it tastes like a Reese's cup. It's basically peanut butter chocolate in a beer. It's definitely a pastry stout. Yeah.
So now we can drink our favorite candy. That's awesome. Stop in at Harbor Brewing. Black Lung Brewing, Phase 3 Brewing. Say it for me, Lorenzo, so I don't screw it up again.
Pazzo di Vino.
I would not get that right. And Harbor Brewing. Thank you guys for being on tonight. John from Visit Lake County. You got until the 28th to do the Libation Trail. Stop into at least 5 locations, but hit more of them. See them all at visitlakecounty.org. John, am I missing anything?
That's it. Hit the trail.
Right. I got to finish some more of this wine. Thank you, boys. Have a good night. Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks for Wayne for setting everything up. And that's Libation Trail with Visit Lake County and 95 WIIL Rock, the Rock State.